Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's Sync Sports Bets here, and in today's video, I got 4 player props for the Week 16 NFL slate. Before we get into these picks here, I just want to let you guys know that I will be out of town the rest of this week because it's Christmas break, obviously. Got to enjoy time with the family. But I will be posting college football video as well, so make sure to check that out the same day as today. So just trying to get it all done before I leave. And yeah, 4 picks for this, 4 picks for college football. Hopefully we hit. If you guys put down $100, you guys will win $1,000. So huge hits here. We have been getting closer and closer to hitting that 10x again. It's been a little bit, but yeah, I'm really confident in all these picks today. Very high hit rates I was able to find on Outlier. So let's get straight into it. Our first pick of the day, we're going to go with the kicker for the Texans, Kaimi Fairbairn. This guy's been an absolute beast, and I can't believe his fantasy score is still up here because he literally cashes this out majority of this season. Now they do play Kansas City, and Kansas City does hold teams to field goals plenty of times, so I definitely think Kaimi Fairbairn will be able to smash this line. Could be fairly quickly, I hope so. Um, Very accurate kicker for the Texans. Should be a very competitive game on Saturday. So let's go to Outlier to see his stats. So in 2024, Kaimi Fairbairn has hit over this line 12 of 14 games. That's an 86% hit rate. He only didn't hit in weeks 3 and 4 versus Jacksonville and Minnesota, but has been absolutely crushing this line majority of games. So at 8 is very easy and simple to hit over. So yeah, not a lot of stats here to look over. But yeah, he's hit in 10 straight games. That's very good knowledge to have when taking picks. 10 straight, always got to take that pick. But let's go to the scoring chart here for fantasy. It's a little bit different on every app. So let's scroll down here to kicker fantasy scores. So every field goal from 0 to 39 is 3 points. Field goals from 40 to 49 is 4 points. 50 plus is 5 points, and extra points is 1. So obviously we need a couple field goals here. He has been kicking them, and it's also a good sign that he has a demon up there because he's been hitting field goals pretty easily. If you look at this, he's had 2, 3, 2, 2, and 3. So that honestly does it. So yeah, I mean, if he has a goblin for 2 field goals, literally it's basically the same for here, plus an extra point, but he'll be able to get the job done even with 2 field goals. So very high hit rate there, and I'm very confident in this pick. So let's go to our second pick of the day. We're gonna go with Vital. I think that's how you say his name on the Chargers. This guy has been, one of the third string running backs for the Chargers. But Gus Edwards is starting this week, and Vital will be the backup since their first string is hurt. So yeah, really like this under here. I mean, he's hit the under in every single game. But the reason why I'm taking rush and receiving is because if you go to rush yards, he did hit a couple weeks ago with 34 versus Kansas City. They do play Denver. Their defense is pretty solid, in my opinion, against the rush. So I really like that pick there. I think the only thing that's been bumped up is this pick for the receiving yards. But you never know. I feel like 41.5 is pretty high for a second string running back. So just to let you guys know, Vital's at 26.5. If you go to Gus Edwards, he's at 34.5. So Vital's more of the receiving type of back that the Chargers are looking for the third down. And then Gus is mainly like the main running back to get those rushing yards. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go under the rushing yards, you can, but he did hit a couple weeks ago, and he hasn't hit at all. So let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, so in 2024, Vital has hit under this line in every single game besides week 1. That is week 1 that he played in. They did play versus Denver and actually beat them 23-16. So yeah, he had 40 receiving yards. See, that's the only thing that scares me here is that he could get a big catch. As receiving yards allowed, they are ranked 25, but rushing yards allowed, they are ranked 6. So the reason why I like this is because Gus Edwards is starting over him. So he will get a lot less carries for rushing yards. And I think he got lucky there with the 40 receiving yards. And I don't think that will happen again. So very confident in this pick here. And yeah, let's keep it going. Hopefully that Vital does not hit the over. That's probably my least confident out of the four, but also has such a high hit rate. You can't go wrong with picking him. So now we're going to switch over to NFL first half. So switch the tabs there. This has so many solid lines. I feel like so many people kind of just never scan over these picks, but there is so much value in first half. Last week we hit on Aaron Jones first quarter rush yards, had like 30 rush yards. We only needed 16, so that was so easy. And we hit like halfway through the first quarter. And yeah, so first quarter, first half, you guys got to look out for every single week. So let's start off with Josh Allen for his rushing yards. We're going to go under here. If you can look at the last 5 games, he hasn't even been close to hitting 21 rush yards. The closest he's had was last week versus Detroit. They do play New England, and I really don't think he needs to run that much, especially in the first half, because New England's, one of the bottom teams in the league right now, especially for their defense. So let's go to Outlier to see his stats. All right, guys, on Outlier, I just want to let you guys know that they also put up all the stats, first half, first quarter, full game for every single stat possible for each player. So as you guys can see, first half rush yards, he has hit under this line 12 of 14 games. That's an 86% hit rate. Absolutely solid. He only hit the over in weeks 3 and 4 this season. So I absolutely love this pick. I mean, he is playing against the Lions. They're ranked 5 with this. And then we got the Chiefs at ranked 3. So, yeah, I mean, even versus like the very bottom ranked Rams, he only had 1 rushing yard. So it's really just if he gets a big lane and he's able to run, then yeah, it could be scary. But I just don't see it. I don't think he needs to run. I feel like New England's just so bad that, he doesn't really need to like struggle for that. They are ranked number 20, but I think this should be a very easy win for the Bills in this week's matchup. So let's go to our last pick of the day. I am a huge Bears fan, as you guys know, but they have been playing absolutely atrocious like 8 weeks in a row. So honestly, I'm so down to just go against the Bears and win a lot of money because it helps my depression. I mean, it's a win-win. Either I win my bet or the Bears win. So that's how I like to look at sports. If you have a good team that you like to bet on, I like betting against your team, in my opinion, because you get satisfaction either way. You get money or you get, you know, happiness that your team won, and you're like, money doesn't matter as much. But that's how I like to look at it. A lot of people like to look opposite, where, hey, if my team wins, I'm happy and I win money. But it's okay. Like, I know that the Bears suck so bad. Like, I don't even care at this point anymore. And Caleb Williams, for some reason, they start out so slow every single week. Besides this week versus Minnesota, yeah, he's looked horrible, especially the last 3 weeks. 59 receiving yards pass yards last week. They did play Detroit 3 weeks ago. He only had 34 pass yards. He needs 114 pass yards. I definitely don't see this happening. Pick the under for first half Caleb Williams pass yards. If you go to his actual line for Caleb Williams, it's like not even halfway above his first half line. Last time I checked, yeah, look, 223.5. His line's at 114. So we're getting way more than half of his original line just for first half. And QBs usually throw more in the second half, especially if they're down. And the Bears will be down in the second half. So it's really smart to take the unders on quarterbacks, especially, Caleb Williams at this point. He's not even really, playing up to expectations. The line is horrible. So, I mean, yeah, it's an easy hit, especially the last 3 weeks, what we're looking at with the Bears' dysfunctional organization. So, yeah, these are the 4 picks for this week. Lock it in before they get bumped, especially Miami Fairbairn. I feel like that is very needed to get it in. as soon as possible, because people are going to be seeing those stats and be wanting to take that over. So, yeah, very confident and place some money on it. I would say I'm more confident in these picks than college football, just because college football, you never know with the matchup. I feel like in NFL, you're very more knowledgeable in the matchups and in the players and the scheme of things more than college football, just because of the transfer portal and just, you know, the atmosphere of the stadiums and whatnot. So, yeah. Um, these are my 4 picks. Lock them in. And if you guys want to contact me, make sure to join the Discord. Link in the YouTube bio. Just DM me on there and I'll be able to chat with you. But leave a comment if you're tailing, and make sure to check out the other college football video for more picks. And yeah, hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.